I got a message from Latto. Yes, big Latto DM'd me on Instagram a week and a half ago. Hi, love. Welcome to Guided by Helly. My name is Helly, and I'm guiding you to your dream reality. So go ahead, like and subscribe, and get in love, because we're getting everything we've ever wanted. Today's video, we're going to be talking all about manifesting right now. Doing it right the fuck now. If you're not ready to make shit happen, get off this video. This is for the people who are ready to make shit shake. You're ready to go. You feel it in your bones. You are like revving your engine. It is time to make it happen, okay? And speaking of time to make it happen, the main thing that I want to be discussing in this video is the fact that time is not real. Time does not exist. Any moment that you are manifesting and then you say, well, it's going to take this long and it's going to da-da-da-da-da, you're thinking about it on a timeline, and that's not real. The only thing that has ever been real is rhythm, okay? The seasons, you think that that is time? That is a rhythm. It gets warm and then it gets hot and then it gets hot and then it gets cold and then it gets hot and then it gets cold. It's a rhythm. It is not a timeline. It's a rhythm. Your circadian rhythm. That is when your body tells you that it is time to go to bed. It is never a time. It is always a rhythm, right? Think about this. If you are trying to manifest something and you put it on a timeline, you are only creating more blocks. Because imagine this. Imagine I sat down and I'm like, well, I'm going to build this platform and it's going to take this amount of time and I got to have this amount of things and it's going to be like in this order and I got to do all these things. I'm literally just like block after block after block after block after block, when I could have been thinking about it like a rhythm. I want to be here. So I need to resonate here right now, okay? Now. I don't need to start acting like I've got it all together when it is all together down the line in X amount of hours, days, whatever the fuck I want to measure it out as. In this moment, right now, I need to resonate on the rhythm. I need to get up there, boom, resonate on the rhythm of exactly what the fuck I want, on the frequency of what I want. Rhythm and frequency are the only things that exist. Time is not a real fucking thing. If you're sitting there and you're like, well, okay, so in 10 years, this is my 10-year plan, and in 5 years, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Stop. You are only prolonging your success, your abundance, and your blessings. This is the biggest mistake that I have made along my manifestation journey. It is like almost... It's the difference between trying and doing. You know, when people are like, there's no such thing as trying. You either just fucking do it or you don't. That is what I am talking about right now. I was trying to manifest. I wasn't manifesting. I was saying, okay, so like 10 years, it's going to be like this. And I'm just going to throw it out there and I'm going to say it and then it's going to happen, right? But my energy, the frequency, the rhythm that I was putting out there, the song that my soul was singing was so low vibrational and did not resonate to where I wanted to be at the freak all. There was no connection between me and who I actually wanted to be, because when I was even just saying it and I was saying, okay, well, like this timeline and the time made sense, but the rhythm was off. The frequency that I was expressing this was off. So when I said in 5 years, I'm going to be here, and it didn't fucking happen because I didn't actually put it out there in a proper way. I was playing the time game and forgot all about the frequency and the rhythm that I was supposed to be projecting into the world to get what I want. Okay? So if you want to be rich and famous, right? You're not going to say, okay, well, realistically, it's going to take this amount of time and blah, 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 blah. And you started putting your dreams on a timeline. You're fucking up. You're fucking up, because it could happen tomorrow, right? It could happen tomorrow. If you have put in an ounce of action, it can happen tomorrow. I have a song on Spotify right now. If I wanted to manifest being a famous singer for that one singular song that I put out, I could do that tomorrow, today. Okay, I could do it today, but what would I have to do? I wouldn't have to put this amount of hours in and do this amount of things and like this amount of time and blah, 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 blah. I would just have to resonate non-stop on the frequency of what I desire. I would have to live my fucking life and be so committed to my vision that if anybody ever said to me that I wasn't on Billboard charts right now, this is just an example. If somebody said to me, you're not on the Billboard charts right now, I would be like, get the fuck out of my life. You are lying to me because I actually am. You couldn't tell me that I'm not. That is where I need to be resonating, okay? And that is what I need to be focusing on, not the timeline of how I'm going to get there and blah, 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 blah. That's not your job. I've spoken about this before. How it's happening is not your job. If you start being like, okay, let me use myself for an example. I want to be financially free, right? So I'm like, okay, so I'm going to make this YouTube channel, and then I'm going to get subscribers, and then I'm going to get AdSense, and then I'm going to make a blah, 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 and then I'm going to sell a manifestation journal to my followers, and then I'm going to make this amount of money, and then I'm starting to put it on a timeline. Guess what I forgot to do? Resonate on the frequency of what I actually fucking want. So right now, right here, right now, I'm talking to 100,000 people who are here to get the advice that they need to create their own reality, okay? I'm not worried about how, okay? I said what I want. I want to be a well-known manifestation coach. Why is the other piece that I need to worry about? Why do I want that? Because I want to help people free themselves from their mind. I want everybody to be as free as I am. I want everybody to break away from this simulation that they have. Like, broke is not why do people hate being broke? Because we're not supposed to be, okay? They have to tell you, like, life is hard and you have to work really hard and you have to just to keep people poor. That's the only thing. Like, literally. I was talking to my friend the other day, and it's like this idea that other people have this ability to do things, it is only harming you. If you're like, well, they did it because they have this, and this, that is only poisoning your own mind on what you are capable of. All of that shit doesn't fucking exist. Where we resonate is what we get. And if people were just like naturally gonna be broke, they wouldn't have to tell us this crazy story about like working really hard and doing all these things. Like, they put it in all the movies. They have class systems in all the movies because they have to drill it into our mind that it exists when it doesn't. The only thing that exists is the frequency that you are resonating at, okay? You can have all of this debt and all of this trauma and all of these things and blah, 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 and choose right now to resonate at a higher frequency, and you will change your life in the moment that you decide to resonate at a higher frequency. The second that you say, I'm not fucking broke, I'm actually abandoning all of the attachments to the negative parts of my reality that I don't want. I am detaching from it, and don't even fucking talk to me about that shit because it's not happening and it doesn't exist. Watch how quickly all of that truly ceases to exist in your current reality the second that you start to ignore it. I want you to understand that wherever you are resonating in this very moment is exactly who the fuck you are, and it's more likely who you're gonna be tomorrow. The things here, you say every single day, I'm gonna do this tomorrow, and I'm gonna start meditating tomorrow, and I'm gonna start doing my yoga tomorrow. And in your mind, you truly believe that if I start it tomorrow, then it's a fresh start and I can do it every day. No, bitch, you're more likely to do tomorrow what you did today. So start today, start now, start meditating now, start journaling now, start claiming higher vibrations now. Get all of this, remove this from your mind. You do not need to struggle. You do not need to go on this path and like you have to pay your dues and you have to blah, 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 blah. People who said pay your dues and have this like gatekeeping mentality are lack-minded. They think that there is not enough space for all of us when there is. When there simply is. Okay, listen, there was this girl, I just saw a video on my Instagram. This girl, she manifested winning $112 million. She wrote that exact number down and ended up winning that money. Literally, okay? And the biggest piece that I learned from her being able to manifest such a large amount of money was her focusing on why she wanted it, right? Because if you say, I want $112 million, all of the doubt starts to creep in of like, well, that's a lot of money, or, well, I don't really know where it's going to come from, or how am I going to do, like, you're focusing on the how, when you need to only be focusing on the what and the why. What was it? $112 million. Why? Because she wanted to save her niece and nephew from the foster care system. They were put into the system. She knew, if I have an abundance of money, I can save these kids, I can bring them back home to our family, and blah, 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 blah. So when she's thinking about the money, she's not, the connection to that was never, oh, but how am I going to get this? And like, that's a lot of money. And like, oh, like they say that money is hard to get. And it was, I want money. Why? Because I love my fucking niece and nephew, or nieces and nephews. I don't know. Actually, I don't know the genders. I love my niece and my nephew. I love them so fucking much, and they are going to be in my house. And so that's the focus. That's the visualization. Why? When I have this money, I'm going to do this. It wasn't, I just want a lot of money, and then all of this doubt starts creeping in. Also, the how. She wasn't concerned with it. Had she been like, I'm going to win $112 million via the lottery, a lot of doubt would have started to creep in. It would have been like, well, only a certain amount of people win the lottery, and like, oh no, like, wow, and like, it's gonna be really hard, and like, there's all these people playing, and like, nobody ever wins the lottery. Like, all of that doubt would have crept in, but she stayed focused on what she wanted, which was financial freedom, and a specific number, $112 million, which is insane that she manifested $112 million to the dot, on the dot, whatever. Crazy. And then, why? What emotions can I focus on that will bring that, how do I say this? She was so focused on what she was going to do with that money and why she needed it, that was the overwhelming emotion. I'm getting rich because I'm going to save my family, right? And then did. The only thing that will stop you from getting your manifestations is doubt. And a piece of that doubt is putting your wants on a timeline, right? Because you're like, okay, I really want to like be the CEO of a company, or like I really want to move up at my company, but I've only been there for 6 months, and like they say that it takes a year to get a raise, so like I don't really know if I can do that, and blah blah blah. And you're like so focused on like, okay, I'm gonna get my money through this raise. Well, when I'm thinking about how it has to be through this raise, then I'm thinking about how hard it is to get that raise, and I'm thinking about all the realistic aspects of getting that raise, when you could have just been like, I want more money in my life so that I can be more free and focus on my desires, so that I can, like, picture yourself on vacation and doing like your poetry or writing books or doing whatever it is that brings you joy. That is your why. Okay. Let's start really, really carving out why. Okay, so I really need you to know that all of this can happen today. Stop putting your manifestations on hold because you have to go along with this timeline. Let me repeat that. What I talked about earlier, time does not exist. The only thing that exists is frequency and rhythm. Those are real. Time is made up. Time is a block. Rhythm and frequency are the only things that exist. The second that you truly, 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 without a fucking doubt, resonate on the frequency of exactly what you want is the second that it will come pouring in. Sorry, I have a man sending me a list of restaurants that he wants to take me to. Sorry. So, we are not worried about the timeline of things, okay? Listen, let me even solidify and prove to you why rhythm and frequency are real and time is not real. You know how when we say, oh, right person, wrong time. It was never about the time. It was always about the frequency that you were vibrating on. That person was so low vibrational, or like you were so insecure and that person was confident. So you guys kept missing each other. You guys kept it wasn't working. There was so much friction, there was so much tension because you're trying to put these two frequencies on the same song. What happens when you put two notes that don't go together on the same song? Like somebody who doesn't know how to play piano, me. I'm gonna start just putting buttons and say that it's a song. It's going to be so off-putting. It's going to be so awful. Somebody's going to run up to me and be like, get off the piano. Don't touch this again. They're going to slam it shut and say, don't touch. You don't know how to make a song, right? That was you when you tried to make it work with that person. And then you said, well, it's just the timing. It was never the timing. It was never the fucking timing, because it could be a different time. And if you guys are still not resonating on the same frequency, or if your vibrations cannot like make a song, you shouldn't be singing. Okay. The two of you separate. 2 different songs, 2 different CDs, 2 different albums, 2 different genres. Okay, don't make them go together. They don't go together. And knowing that it was all about the frequency and not the timing, you too could have been like, okay, well, let's try and get on the same frequency. Let's try and blah, 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 blah. And we could have put in a little bit of effort and it would have made sense. But instead you were like, or you could have been like, we're just not even on the same song. Like, let's just end this. But instead you're like, well, it's the right person. I swear he's right for me. But like the timing is off. Like, I'm going to blame this thing that doesn't exist. No, 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 no. Because you could have had an opportunity to find the frequency that made sense for the two of you and made this beautiful song together. But you said, well, it's just the timing and I'm going to blame something outside of myself. You have so much control over your life. And if that is triggering to you, I don't know what to tell you. People get so triggered when I say, like, you created your reality. Why? Because that means that you can go and create the next moment, and the next moment, and the next moment, and the next moment. If you haven't noticed, I am done with excuses. I am done allowing people to say, well, I just have to now. Do it now. Don't wait. Don't say, well, once I have my own house, then I'll be happy. Be happy now. Do things that make you happy now. If things are bothering you so much and they are outside of yourself and you're saying, well, I can't do it because I have this that is bothering me and this that is bothering, blah, 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 blah. Your only focus for the next 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 17, 25 days should be about blocking the noise out and only focusing on what you need. When you are meditating, when you are journaling, when you are playing and daydreaming in good thoughts, you are on a high vibration. There is no resistance. There is no doubt, right? You need to be in that space as much as humanly fucking possible. So if we are around people and they are bothering us and we're saying, oh my God, if only they would act right, then I could be happy. You're the problem and you need to change that, okay? You need to stop letting them affect you. I don't give a fuck. Unless they are quite literally like physically harming you and like chasing you, hunting you down, you have no excuse as to why you are letting that bother you. And if they're chasing, hunting you down and like physically harming you, call the police. And this is coming from a woman, me, who grew up in a home where I'm sorry, I'm again with the trauma dumping. I grew up in a very toxic, abusive home, okay? And while I was in that toxic, abusive home, I developed this ability to tune it out and only tune into it. Like, it was a joke back in the day. But if you ask any of my friends that were involved in my life at that time, I would be hee hee ha 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 about the abuse that I was experiencing, because if I started to be like, oh my God, my life is so hard and like all these people hate me and blah, 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 they want me dead, blah, 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 I would have created more of that experience. But instead, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know that I was manifesting. But what I started to do was tell myself, it's not even happening. Like, I actually have the best life ever. I'm so fucking spoiled. I can do whatever I want. Oh my God, life is so happy. Life is so free. Nobody can tell me what to do. And I would just say these things and be like quite literally, I would have the most traumatic experience at home the night before, go to school the next day and kiki about it with my friends and be like, everything is so lovely. Meanwhile, they just the night before heard me getting attacked by my stepdad. You know what I mean? Like, they witnessed all of these crazy things, and then I would come in and be like, no, that never happened. And it was a joke. But guess what fucking happened? I got my own home at 16 years old. My sister, she got a house, and I was able to move out of my toxic, abusive home and live with my sister away from it. Okay? Did I bring that negative vibration with me into the next space? Yeah, I wasn't fully healed, and that's a journey in its own. But because I stopped acknowledging, and I kid you not, because I stopped acknowledging how abusive and toxic my environment was, and I started joking about how it doesn't happen, the universe picked me up and moved me to a new home. It stopped happening. Like, this is manifestation. This shit is so fucking real. You can remove yourself from anything that you want right now. And when I tell you, just fucking do it, just fucking do it. Listen to the people who have become successful. Listen to the people who have made it. What are they saying? They're saying, I stopped listening to everybody else. The doubt, all that. No, I unapologetically did what the fuck I wanted to do. will.i.am was on a video. I posted this on my story, and he was talking about how when he was little, he was wearing these like suits and he would dress for the job that he wanted. And the people around him were like, making fun of him. He didn't give a fuck because it had nothing to do with where he was going. And even as a young boy, he understood that. If you block out the fucking noise, it has nothing, it can't stop you. It can't block you. Those doubts, those fears, Put up those walls. Do not let the doubt, do not let the fear in. I am so fucking serious. It is go time. Go back and watch my last video or watch it for the first time if you haven't seen it yet. It is so fucking go time. It's not even funny. We don't have to wait until 4 years. We don't have to put it on a timeline. We don't have to, oh, well, I guess once this happens, then this. No. Resonate there right now. Do it. Close your eyes. Picture yourself exactly where the fuck you want to be. Feel the energy of where you are and who you are. Listen, when it comes to visualization, I want you to pick 3 scenes in your mind that you visit frequently. I want you to time travel to the future. These moments, I need you to create them in your mind. This is something that I did to transform my body, okay? When I was like, when I was like 18, I was a nail tech and I was doing this girl's nails and I was telling her about how I'm on this like health journey, and I was chubby. I was pretty chubby at the time. I'm on this health journey. I'm going to make it happen, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, girl, you know what you need? You need a dream body visualization. And I was like, what's a dream body visualization? And she said, picture an outfit that you are wearing in your dream body. And she told me that hers was light wash jeans and a white t-shirt. Because like, if you've been chubby, you know that like jeans and a t-shirt, just like that simple outfit, it can create so much insecurity. So the thought at that time when I adopted her dream body visualization, I like said, okay, that's mine. At the time, that was like the most far out thought that I could have ever thought. Like, there's no way I'm going to be in light wash jeans and a white t-shirt and be skinny and cute and love myself, right? But I created that in my mind, and that was my image. That was exactly what the fuck I was going to look like when I had my dream body. And I kid you not, I could probably find the picture, maybe I'll put it in, I probably won't. I kid you not, when I finally hit my goal weight, not even intentionally, I didn't even realize it until I had my friend take pictures of me, and she showed me the pictures, and I said, wait, this is the moment that I've been prepping for. Like, this is my dream body. This is the dream outfit. I was wearing light wash jeans and a white t-shirt, and I was standing there so cute and skinny, and it was like, whoa. Because I had that vision, and I was constantly like, it was like one of the biggest spaces that I would go to in my mind. I would just picture it, and I was like, I look so good. I look so good. So I want you to create very specific pieces of your life, okay? These are the 3 that I want you to do. Do whatever the fuck you want. Do what feels good. I do 3. I do my body, I do my home, and I do my community. And I'll explain that. So body, I have a new dream outfit that I have in my mind that is for my dream body that I'm visualizing, blah, 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 blah. For my home, I have this image of me waking up in the morning and I'm in my high-rise apartment and I see my big, big, big bathroom. Like, the door is open. I see the tub. I see the shower. I see like my huge bathroom. And I have a wall of windows and a wall of windows. And then there's like a circular column in the corner of the apartment. I don't know if you've seen that before. But I wake up and I'm in my room and I'm like, oh my God. And it's carpeted, like fuzzy new carpet. And I'm just like, wow. And it's clean. My room is so clean. There's not even a lot on the walls. It's kind of like, it feels like I just moved in here. Like, it feels like all I have is my bed and I don't even have, like, it's like a blank space, you know? So that is my home situation. And my community vision is me sitting in my backyard, and I have a bunch of people, I don't know who they are. I might know them, I might not, but I have a bunch of people who love and support me unconditionally sitting at this table. And I'm wearing this like long, it's probably like crystals or sequins or glitter of some sort, and it's this long cream colored glittery dress, and I'm just addressing everybody at the table and thanking them so much for being here, and I'm just so appreciative to all of them because each and every person at this table has something to do with why I am successful. And in this moment, in this vision, in this dream, I am successful. And I take snapshots of my energy in those moments and I channel them whenever I feel a little bit low. If I'm like, or even when I'm feeling fine, even when I'm like actually like having such a good time, I am channeling these snapshots of my future. And one day, soon as fuck, I'm literally kidding, like with maybe like literally this year, I'm assuming, I will have seen all of those and then it's time to make new dreams. Do you see, like, it's not about, and I'm not telling myself, in 5 years, I'm going to be sitting at a table with all of my friends and they're all going to love me. I'm living in that right now. I am experiencing that feeling. I'm feeling so loved. Like, it feels so good. I'm around so many people. I don't have any doubt about it because it's a very like general experience, you know, like I'm not being too critical. I'm not saying it's at this time. I'm not saying it's my 30th birthday. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying I'm surrounded by people that I love. I am wearing this gorgeous little outfit. I feel so loved. I feel so fun. I feel so funky. I feel so fresh. I love it all. And I'm channeling that now, okay? So I could be at that dinner tomorrow. Tomorrow, right? Because I'm not saying in 10 years, today, ho, today. Today's the day. I'm feeling it right the fuck now. I feel it. It's like time traveling to the future and like only tuning into what you want and removing, ignoring, like extracting all of the doubt. All of the fear. Doubt and fear stop you. They block you. So stop doing it. It is a choice. You can stop right now. There are so many ways to feel good. If you don't know how to make yourself feel good, like you need to start building that toolbox, okay? Because we all have a toolbox. We all have coping skills. We all have techniques. We all have rituals. We all have la 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 la. So you need to find a ritual, find a technique, find a way to raise your vibration every single time the doubt creeps in. Every single time, okay? So if you're starting to doubt a little bit, and you're like, oh my God, I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know. Stop. I'm time traveling to that moment. I'm here. I'm literally here right now. Like I'm actually sitting at this table in my backyard with all of my friends and family, and they're all so supportive and they're all so dressed so cute. And like, oh my God, everybody has like a little name tag and there's like centerpieces. Like this is an official little lunch, except for it's kind of like a little bit darker. Like it may be like 5:30 in the afternoon. And this is a real experience that I have lived in the future, but I'm bringing it to right now so that I can take my energy from where my current reality is and like literally inject the future into my now so that we can get closer, so that we can be on like here now. Now. I'm done waiting. There is no timeline. Time is not real. I'm resonating on the frequency that I need to be resonating to, that I want to be. Hello? Okay? Time is not real. It is all a frequency. It is all a rhythm. Think again. Remember, the seasons are not time. The seasons are the rhythm of the earth. It goes warm and then cold, and then warm and then cold, and then green and floral, and then dead and brown, and then green and floral, and then dead and brown. It's a rhythm, and that exists. The rhythm of the sun. They made time is the rhythm of the sun. Okay? It's all a rhythm, and so, you know, it's not a difference between like, well, I really want to be there, so I need all this time to pass so that I can get there. No. Right now, in this very moment, resonate in the space that you want to be living in. Now. Do it now. Because the funniest thing about manifestation is that when you get what you want, you've already been living there for so long that it's not exciting. It's not shocking. It's like, I know. I knew it was going to happen. Like, duh, hello. Like, I got a message from Latto. Yes, big Latto DM'd me on Instagram a week and a half ago, and I posted it on my close friends, and my friends were all like, oh my God, are you so excited? Are you so excited? I felt nothing because I was like, duh. She's been in my DMs for months in my mind. I knew it. So please, darling, make it happen now. Stop acting like time is a thing. Stop using time as a crutch or an excuse because it doesn't exist. Rhythm and frequency are the only thing that exist. Tune into the frequency that is what you want. Be there. Do it now. Feel good now. 3, 2, 1, do it. And I think that's all I have to say. I think I yelled enough. Have I been so grumpy in my last couple videos? It's not grumpy. It's like passion. It's passion. I'm just passionate about us all getting exactly what the fuck we want. Don't wait until I'm living my dream to be like, well, I guess she was right. Do it now. Do it now. Because today, my life is changing. Everything is growing. Everything is expanding. Everything is blowing up. Okay, do you hear me? No doubt. Oh, I had a little bit of doubt start to creep in there. Throwing it away, throwing it away. No doubt, no doubt, no doubts. Okay. All right, I love you guys so much. I hope that some of that made sense and I wasn't just screaming at you the entire time. Wait, let's do a fresh gloss before we go. And with all that being said, I love you dearly. And I will see you guys again on Wednesday.